Alright, so over these past couple years, I've kind of developed this knack where when I have a problem or situation, I talk about it, but not fully and completely, and then I never talk about it again, and you guys are just like, what the fuck, Jeff? What happened? Well, I'm gonna try and stop doing that. So basically, these past couple weeks, you guys know I've been hinting at that I've been talking to a girl pretty much, and we met through a really random, weird series of random events, pretty much. And she's not from around here, though, so we did a lot of talking on Skype and all that, pretty much. And now, here's the thing, guys. I've never really loved someone, or thought I loved someone, or really understood what love is. And maybe I shouldn't have called this love, but when you talk to someone for like 5 or 6 hours every day, and you do that for like 3 weeks straight, and you talk about any and everything, and then when you're not with them, you think about being with them. Maybe that's not love, but it definitely felt like something. And to like share those feelings about each other, that's kind of crazy. I don't know. But long story short, it didn't end up working out, and like I was actually about to go out and visit her tomorrow, and like it wasn't a relationship what we had, I guess. Maybe it was. Or it was just all leading up to being a really good one. But I really learned a lot about this, Like, some of even the little cheesy things. Like, I have songs on my iPod, like Last Train Home, and, whenever I see things about love now, I can kind of connect and understand what that is. Because, before it was just, like, lyrics in a song. But now I can kind of see where they're coming from, I guess. It's weird, but it was nice. And like when you're with them, okay, well, before I met her, I thought I was happy, but then when you're with this person and talking with them, and in our case we were just watching movies and doing random stuff, you're really happy, and you think you're fine before, but now your life's great. You get what I mean? And like I'm not really that tore up about it ending. I was at first, though. I really kind of was. I guess I was legitimately sort of heartbroken, but now I'm okay. It was fun while it lasted, and I need to get back to, just getting my shit straight, doing YouTube and, college and all that. But the other thing, too, is, like, my friend was saying I should never say I really love someone until I meet them, and I kind of agree with that now. But, in our circumstances, we were about to meet, and then we decided to kind of go back to being friends. But one thing that really baffles me, though, is because, like, we had such a good, well, I'll just call her Heisenberg for all intents and purposes. Like, Heisenberg and me had such a good emotional relationship. And, like, we had so much in common, too, which is the funny thing. Like, we watched all the same shows, we both played games, video games, and it was one of those situations and relationships where, like, we could talk about anything, and we had some really weird-ass conversations. And we told each other things that we had never told anyone before. And, we just basically shared everything, and it was really special, and neither of us had that kind of connection with another person before. And it was just totally normal and fine, And to have that kind of emotional connection with someone, and then for it to not work out is really kind of lame, because here's the thing, guys. We felt so strongly about each other, like so incredibly strongly about each other, and we hadn't even met yet, that I know if we had met, it would have been something truly amazing, and we would have honestly been happy together. And I've never been more sure of something in my life. Like, just fireworks, fucking grand slam out of the park, it would have been something truly meaningful and worthwhile. And everything we were doing was just honestly setting up to be a great relationship. But that good old fate had something else in store, and basically she had a decision to make, and she made the decision that she did, and I'm honestly not mad at her about it anymore. I'm really not. I can understand why she made the decision that she did to a degree, but if that had been me in her shoes, I would have definitely done something else. And out of respect for her and what we had, and to respect her wishes, I'm not going to say exactly what those decisions were in the details. I'm just going to keep that between us. But I will say that this whole relationship and, potential relationship, it didn't work out for 2 reasons. And I'll tell you guys one of those reasons, and that's because of distance. And us just physically not being close to each other was really hard on her and myself. And the thing about long distance relationships, especially in the beginning, is you always have to be positive and you always just have to think about when you're finally going to be with this other person. And for me, being positive, especially about, relationships and love and all that, really isn't that hard because I've seen so many people in my life and around me that are legitimately not happy and they're alone and they're just really sad and depressed. And more than anything, that motivates me to, try my hardest and, be positive in even the most long shot situations. And, that was just, it was kind of too much for her. And, I can understand that. I really can. But sometimes I got vibes from her that she felt like we lived in different countries or something and that we were never ever going to meet or anything like that. But, in all reality, we actually came really close to meeting. And, all I had to do was hop on a train and I could have been there in a day, or I could have just hopped on a plane and been there in a few hours. I think we were closer than she thought we were, if you get what I mean there. And, to put up with that and, you really have to love a person to go through that kind of endeavor. And I honestly thought I really did love her, and I would have done it for her, and I would have tried my damnedest to make it work. But it was too much for her, and I really don't blame her, and I understand where she's coming from. We're all only human, and we can all only handle so much. But I did love her, and what I'm about to say next is really hypothetical. But theoretically, if I had gone down to meet her, and it hit off, and we hit it off as well as I thought we were gonna. And, I would have probably gone down a couple more times to make sure of it. But, I would have honestly contemplated moving down there to be with her and to get rid of that distance factor. Because I'm at an age in my life where so many people are going on adventures in their life. Whether, they're going off to some 4-year college and leaving home, or they're traveling abroad, or whatever it may be. I didn't have anything planned. And I would have been more than happy to make her my adventure and move down there and, be with the person I love and experience a whole new life and a town and, leave home and everything. And it would have been great. It really would have been. And, part of me is sad because I'll never know what could have been. But, I guess that's just life. You win some and you lose some. And even though I lost this one and, things didn't work out with the girl, I'm still really happy all this happened. Because I learned so much from her that I never knew before. I know so much more about love now than I did before I ever met her. And she just honestly gave me the confidence I needed. And now I really do truly know that there is someone out there for everyone. And I'm truly glad this whole entire experience happened. And we're just going to go back to being friends. And that's honestly the best way to end anything. It's definitely better than the alternative of like hating each other's guts and, feeling like shit on the inside and all that. And I'm glad we're going back to being friends, at the least. And I'm just truly glad I met her and had this experience. It's better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. And I know I sound like super cheesy for saying that, but that's so fucking true. And this has all been a life-changing experience I'm definitely not going to forget anytime soon. Anyway, guys, that's all I got to say. More stuff to come. Thanks for putting up with me all these years and all my bullshit. And you guys are all awesome, so thank you.